Hey everybody, Quesoboy88, Chris if you prefer, and welcome to a video I've not really done before. So I am a member of a community online called Everything YouTube, and basically the whole point of it is to connect small YouTubers. So through it I've had the opportunity to meet and talk with other YouTubers from literally all over the world, and it's been super cool. But one of them, her name is Asia, and she tagged me to do this video that I'm about to do, the back in the day tag. And it's been a while since she tagged me, so she probably thought I either ignored it or forgot, and neither of those is the case. Hey, here we are doing it. But, so basically, I'm going to take a look at the year 2005, this day in 2005. So I was in the 8th grade, and yeah, so great. Basically, there's just a bunch of questions. I've got all of them right here on this handy notebook, and we're just gonna go down them, answer them, figure them out, and just take a look at life for me about 12 years ago. God, I'm old. The first one is, what was your favorite TV show? I'm gonna say it was probably Yu-Gi-Oh! I was pretty into it basically the entire time it was on. So, yeah. Next one is, what was your favorite film? 2005, I'm gonna go with Spaceballs, because it's hilarious. I would quote it all the time, so seems like a fair guess. Next question is, what was the color of your hair? Very similar. Looked about like this. It was really short. If I had told younger me I'd have long hair like this, I'd probably laugh at myself. Alright, next up is what was your favorite color? And that was red. Like, no doubt in my mind, that was red. My favorite color now is green, but it was red back then. What was your favorite game? Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda. Absolutely. I didn't own an N64, which kind of sucked, but when the Nintendo GameCube came out, they released a disc that you got when you bought the GameCube, and it had the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2 Link's Awakening, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and so I had that and played Ocarina of Time all the time. So much so, I wrote a paper on it. It was something to where I was trying to convince you why you should play the game. A persuasive piece, maybe? I don't remember specifically what the piece was, but it was about Ocarina of Time, and it had something to do with why you should play the game. So, there's that. Did you have any pets? Around this time, I did. We had inherited my aunt's rabbit named Bailey. There she is, being a rabbit. But yes, I did. Do you live in the same place now? I don't. Nope. What were your dreams? Back then I wanted to be an author. I wrote little fantasy short stories all the time. I read all the time, and I was constantly trying to make things like the things I was reading. So that's what I wanted to do. What were your fears? Clowns, mostly. I also had a fear, I still kind of have it, it's falling. Not like heights. Being up high, the physical fact of being up high doesn't bother me. It's, oh my god, I'm gonna fall off of this high thing that I'm on. So that's pretty much always been a thing. Clowns, take it or leave it now, but god, fear. Anything you miss about yourself? Not paying bills and getting paid an allowance for doing the things that I'm required to do now by owning a house. But no, jokes aside, I was outside of like the typical teenage insecurities. I was pretty carefree in 8th grade. I was in the SBDM? No. STLP. That's what it was called. Student Technology Leadership Program. And basically for the first hour of school, we just went around and like did technology related things that teachers needed us to do, which most of the time ended up not being anything. So like we could more or less do what we wanted within reason, obviously. So I mean, I was pretty carefree outside of just, do people like me? I look terrible, and all your typical 14-year-old internal struggles. Is there anything you've improved on? And I would say yes. Basically everything. Versus when I was 14. Literally just everything. If there's something that I did when I was 14, I'm probably better at it now. Any hobbies that you have then that you still have now? And I'm going to say writing. I don't do it nearly as much now compared to what I did back then, but I do still write, or like if I don't physically put it on paper, it's all up here in my head. I just constantly have ideas flowing. 99% of them never go anywhere. But that's pretty much how I've always been. Like, my mind just kind of is going crazy all the time with ideas, and so writing kind of helps get them out of the head. So I would say, like, even though I do it less, I do still do it. What was your routine? Wake up, go to school, come home from school, do homework, be 14. I had scouts one night a week. That was basically it. I didn't have, like, outside of school, I didn't have much of a routine. I pretty much just what I felt like doing that day, I did that day, unless there was something like that I had to do. I didn't really have a routine. What was your dream job? As I already talked about earlier, it was being an author. I really wanted to do it back when I was 14, and I guess that passion kind of died out. I still write some, but it's not really what I would call like a dream job now. Favorite place to hang out? Probably the mall. That's what teenagers do. Your favorite song or album? I'm not even gonna take a guess on favorite song, but my favorite album, wait, hold on. It was this one, Rio by Duran Duran. If ever we were taking a trip, this played at least one time. It's still very good. Still listen to it. It's from 1982. I grew up to a lot of classic rock, 80s music with my parents, so that's what I listened to a lot. But this one really, like, stuck with me. So, what was your favorite subject in school? Communications. I went to a school where it was the communications magnet. So you had two sections of that, which one was the television, one was publishing, which was kind of like journalism. My favorite was the television part. You either got to like do your own newscast, you got to write your own shows and film them and edit them. You just got to learn all of the basics of like TV stuff, like what goes into TV shows and like the behind the scenes stuff. So that was by far favorite thing all 3 years through middle school. Who was your role model? I'm gonna go with Robin Williams. He's kind of always been a influence on me. So it would stand to reason that has been for a reason. I don't pretend what I said just made sense. Who was your celebrity crush? I'm gonna look something up on when a movie came out. Yep, okay, yeah, it was out at that point. So it'd be Daniel Panabaker in Sky High. That movie came out, and I enjoyed the movie. It's a fun movie. But man, I got the biggest crush on her after watching the movie, for sure, hands down. Who's your best friend? Brandon has been my best friend basically since 5th grade, and then I also had Sarah that was in middle school with me, because me and Brandon, we went to elementary school together, but we were not in the same school the rest of our time in school. But at school, it was definitely Sarah. She was in the STLP stuff that I was talking about earlier with me, and like we did all kinds of stuff together. What was your room like? Imagine like a sky blue, fuzzy kind of carpet, very similar sky blue color on the walls, 3/4 of the walls. The final wall was a mural of a baseball stadium with a game going on. My bed, like if you walked in the door, was in the far left corner. I had a desk right by the door, some bookshelves. My dresser was adjacent to my bed. That's pretty much it. What were you doing on this day then? Probably school. That's pretty much what you do when you're a kid. Until you're about 18 here in America. So that's probably what I was doing. So yes, that is the back in the day tag. Hopefully I didn't do a terrible job on it. But I kind of enjoyed thinking back 12 years ago to try and think of some of my favorite things from then. So this was fun to do. Thank you, Asia, for tagging me in it. Her channel is going to be in the description box below, so be sure to check her out. And I'm going to tag anybody watching that wants to do this as well, and definitely like shoot me a tweet or something like that. Let me know if you do one, and I'll give it a watch. And let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see more things like this. And you know, maybe we can do some other tag type videos. But until then, be sure to leave this video a like down there. It helps out a bunch. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, so you know when it's time for more adventures. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!